Okay, I move that we dissolve out of executive session. Do we have a second? Motion and a second. Ms. Caparilla, we do roll call vote?
Mr. Brohart,
Yes.
Mr. Balthus,
Yes.
Mr. Gorbach,
Yes.
Mr. Ayula,
Yes.
Ms. Loza,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Ms. Nichols Rhodes,
Yes.
Mrs. Penta,
Yes.
Mrs. Spinner,
Yes.
Mr. Stams.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to miscellaneous business. Mayor.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Can everyone hear me? I'm way in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. I just want to reiterate, we did have a ceremony at 4 p.m. today for the latest Honorary Boulevard. And for those that don't know, Honorary Boulevard is at Broad and 3rd. And it's a place where we honor people that have given back to the community in big, amazing ways. So anyhow, the recipient today was actually two people, wonderful couple that most everyone here knows, and it was Libert and Madeline Bazzelli. So I will give a little bio on them. I wanted to redo it here tonight because, as we know, council minutes are forever. So I wanted to make sure that they were noted in the official council minutes. So Libert and Madeline were married October 26, 1946. In 42 days, they'll celebrate their 74th wedding anniversary. They have 4 children, 6 grandchildren, 13 great-grandchildren, and 4 great-great-grandchildren. Libert Bazzelli is 95 years young, and Madeline is, we'll just say, much younger. So anyhow, I'll run through some of their amazing history, and I think you'll agree that we all can learn a lot from Libert and Madeline Bazzelli. So ladies first, Madeline is well known for her amazing fundraising skills and abilities, and for numerous organizations locally and throughout the region. She's raised literally millions of dollars. She was responsible for $1.5 million in fundraising efforts just for Akron Children's Hospital. And all total together, they have estimated her fundraising for the region at $200 million for these wonderful organizations that do great things for people in Cuyahoga Falls and beyond. So not only has she raised all these millions of dollars, all for no pay, volunteering, but she's also served on many of the boards and commissions of these great organizations, and I'll read a few of those. She served on the board of United Way of Summit County, Akron Symphony Orchestra, the All-American Soapbox Derby, Mr. Ayula, Akron Civic Theater Board, Friends of Children's Hospital Board, Cuyahoga Falls Hospital Community Board, St. Thomas Hospital Women's Board, Ohio Ballet Board, American Heart Association Board, Project Learn Board, Ohio and Erie Canal Board, Family Services Board, Center for the Blind, American Cancer Society, American Diabetes Association, just to name a few. And I believe there were well over 30 that she has worked on throughout her wonderful years. There's also a Madeline Bazzelli Scholarship annually at the University of Akron. She was the founder of the Iris Ball, which you probably heard of, and that grooms young women to be future leaders like Madeline is herself. So I want to thank her for her amazing lifetime of service. Libert Bazzelli, again, I mentioned 95 years young, and I can attest that he's still involved in the community because I get phone calls at City Hall. He's calling various departments. He is still active, and he certainly cares. But going back, he proudly served his country in World War II in the United States Army Air Corps. He also served as city councilman in Cuyahoga Falls from 1968 to 1986. He served as an at-large Summit County council member from 1986 to 1990. He was elected union business agent for the sheet metal workers for 31 years and was actually a union member for 70 years. He founded and was the president of the Suicide Prevention Organization. He was the president of the Mental Health Board, President, Cuyahoga Falls Hospital Board, President, Kent State Fashion School Board, President, Terry Board, among many, many other contributions that Libbert has given. Again, he was right there with all the fundraising efforts with Madeline. And I'm proud to say that he does still contact us at City Hall at 95 years old. So this couple is the epitome of giving back to the community, which I know we all do. We can always strive to do more. So when I see a wonderful couple like this that lives in our city, that has such a rich history of making our city what it is, I'm just honored to be able to give them this dedication today. So if you happen to drive by Broad Boulevard at 3rd Street, you will see that it is named Bazzelli Boulevard for the time being. And they were very grateful. The family was very grateful today for the presentation. So we had to do this virtually tonight. I wanted to have it added to the minutes. So thank you, Dana, for putting that in there. And with that, I'm just proud to have them in our city and all the contributions they've given. So thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mayor. What an excellent choice. They are just such wonderful people, and it's just a pleasure to know. Any other comments from council people?
Oh, I would say the same. I've known each of them for quite a while as well. And maybe, Mayor, one thing you left off as far as Libbert's accomplishments were, of all the money Madeline raised, she sent him out to collect it all. I know he was a runner for her and loved every minute of it. Yeah, just a tremendous amount of time that they've given back to the community and the region. It's just enormous.
Thank you.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
I'd sure like to thank Bazzelli's, both of Madeline and Libbert, because both of them really helped the Derby, as Mayor Don just said. And they helped us for about 10 years, really raising up money to really help us keep going besides some of our other sponsors. And hey, we love Madeline. She was just been great out at the Derby all those years. And by the way, their 2 boys did race in the Derby.
Excellent. Other comments? Once again, thank you, Mayor. What a wonderful choice. Other miscellaneous business, Mrs. Calavecchio.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to clarify for council's purposes that the format of council meetings is going to undergo a change beginning next week. And we'll get information out to all of you about that. But starting next week, our Zoom meeting format is going to open up and allow the public to participate. This is something we've been doing with the Planning Commission meetings, and it works very well. I don't expect it to happen without maybe a hiccup or two the first night that you all use the format. But as I said, we'll get some instructions out to you. Quite simply, the public will be logged on. They will be muted. And at the point in time when they have comments, there's a raise your hand feature built into Zoom, and they will do that. And the chair of various committees then will be looking for those raised hands and then be able to call on them, and they can be unmuted at that time and then remuted. So there are many people out there very anxious to participate in these meetings. As you know, we have not had public participation since we started this whole method when COVID began. But we have developed the way of doing this now through Zoom that we're comfortable with. We think you'll be comfortable with it. Might take some getting used to, but that's going to start, as I said, in just a week. Let us know if you have any questions or concerns about that.
Thank you very much. Any questions right now for Mrs. Calavecchio? Okay.
Mr. Brillhart, I would just say I'm glad we're moving in that direction, and I look forward to having those members of the public that want to participate in our meeting to be able to hear from them.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Mr. President?
Yes.
I would just like to echo Mr. Gorbach and thank the administration for investing the time to figure out the technology. I agree that it's incredibly important that people are able to participate in live fashion and interact so we can hear people's points of view. So I appreciate all the work, and I appreciate the structure change to be able to enable that. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other miscellaneous business?
Yep. Mr. Brillhart, just one thing. Can we get a copy of the new committee assignments and the assignments to the various other boards and commissions, please?
Certainly. I'll see that that's sent out tomorrow.
Thanks.
Also, Mr. Brohart, I think be appropriate for someone to excuse Mr. James.
Yes, thank you very much. Mr. James, if someone would like to make a motion to excuse him, his mother had a very serious fall today, and we wish her well. She's going to need a lot of prayers.
I'll move to excuse Mr. James.
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
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 Motion
Yes.
passed unanimously. Any other business?
Move to adjourn.
Move to adjourn. Do we have a second, Mr. Iola?
Second.
All right. All those in favor say yes.
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 We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Good night, everybody.
Aye.
I'll make it my.
Bye.
Good job, Mayor. I love it.
Well, well done.
That was